Next, many proponents of the Urantia book, which includes yours truly, cite the reality that the Urantia Papers are not a holy text. All right, so let's get to the defense section now. So we just discussed the myriad of ways that the book has some murky origins and maybe doesn't make sense. Well, it's time to talk about how the book does make sense when it comes to this section. First, let's get started that despite the blatant scientific errors in the text, the Urantia Foundation gets a bravo Zulu towards holding true to not changing these inconsistencies and altering the actual content inside the Urantia Papers. This, in my opinion, increases the credibility of the organization that they have held true to the original mandate not to substantively alter the original text. Next, many proponents of the Urantia book, which includes yours truly, cite the reality that the Urantia Papers are not a holy text. While some authors of the text claim to be from the eternal Isle of Paradise, have been in God's direct presence, and the text itself claiming to have both the approval of our planetary prince and one of the Ancients of Days, each author that created such a text has varying degrees of divinity relationship and human perspective. The lowest and most active author title in the Urantia book is easily identified as a group of midware celestial beings, which is halfway between the material and spiritual realms, only being slightly higher than us in intelligence and divinity status. Although the book does claim to be an epochal revelation, such a revelation is only deemed to be revealing the administration of the planet and the master universe, indicating in 012.11,
we are to be guided by the mandate of the super universe rulers, which directs that we shall, in all of our efforts to reveal truth and coordinate essential knowledge, give preference to the highest existing human concepts pertaining to the subjects to be presented. We may resort to pure revelation only when the concept of presentation has had no adequate previous expression by the human mind.
For veterans of the channel, you have heard me refer to this statement as a plausible get-out-of-jail-free card, since most higher beings would likely attempt to both utilize that culture and understanding of the time period to speak to us through other relevant human sources we have reference towards. This reality was also advantageous as to not wishing to advance our unearned scientific knowledge ahead of our overall readiness.